Hello there everybody, and welcome to yet another 5-minute react for Doctor Who Series 10. This time it is Series 10 Episode 3, Thin Ice. Now we have just 5 minutes to talk about this episode, starting now. Okay, so this episode I was very surprised by it because we have a new companion this series, and one of the things I always find with new companions is it's very important to sort of explain the rules of time travel to them. Or like we're in that crucial stage where Bill is still learning about time travel, learning about the way the TARDIS works, learning about what the Doctor does, and that's very important to have in the series, and I really feel like this episode is really big on that, and we really see Bill's emotions come out as she begins to see and she really begins to get a taste of what travelling with the Doctor is like. And ultimately, I personally feel that that is exactly what Thin Ice is about, at the end of the day, more than anything. Because, you know, there is a creature trapped under the Thames. We don't even know exactly what that creature is, you know, we never actually see the whole thing. We only ever see parts of the creature. You know, the man who plans to have it eat all of the people on the River Thames and kill all those people, we never even understood why he wanted to do that. Now, and I know that sounds disappointing, you know, we never really learnt the true intentions of someone. But I actually think that for Doctor Who, it's a very interesting change. Because, you know, Doctor Who is always got such a pattern of, you know, there is someone evil doing something evil for a reason, and it normally involves some form of alien or something going on, you know. But I'm actually glad that this episode doesn't do that, you know. We never find out why what's going on is actually going on. And that's an important thing in real life, you know. How many things happen in real life that people, or, you know, how often in real life do people do terrible things and we never actually understand why they do it? You know, I think that's important, because I think the important thing about Thin Ice is that this is an episode about Bill and the Doctor more than anything, and I really think that that is important. You know, this really is an episode, you know, about Bill learning what life with the Doctor is like. Another thing I will say about this episode, I'm really pleased with the way that they actually threw some historical context into this episode with the whole racism thing, and Bill actually being concerned about the fact that, you know, she's about to walk in London in 1814 as a black woman, because, you know, 1800s, you know, racism, slavery, you know, those were all things back then, and, you know, and I think it was a really good idea for the writer to actually put some historical context in there, you know, because I feel like a lot of writers these days try and avoid doing that sort of thing because they don't want to have you know, loads of people writing in letters to the BBC saying how dare the BBC put blatant racism on the television. And I'm like, for God's sake, it's historical context. The episode is set in 1817. That sort of racism was normal, you know. But the converse, though, is also true, because I like the way though that they say Regency see England a lot more black than they show in the movies. That was a brilliant line too, and I love the way that the writer has put that in. So I'm very pleased. Blimey, I'm running out of time. So I liked the episode, and I think it was a nice episode. It was a nice, different episode that was focusing more on the main characters, and it was more of an episode, and it was a good episode to put third, I think. It was a good position in the series, and an episode more for the companion to learn more about the Doctor's world. And the actual objective of the episode, this creature, isn't actually the main focus of this episode when you think about it. It's on Bill. Okay, and we are out of time now. So that's me out of time. But I do actually want to bend the rules a little bit, because I really want to talk about that scene at the end with Nardole. Because clearly this series is building up to something with Nardole. And I find it very interesting the way that Nardole is bossing the Doctor around around. And you know, I mean, obviously the Doctor's ignoring whatever Nardole says, but it seems very, very weird. There's something going on with Nardole in that vault, and I really want to know what it is. At the moment I'm confused, but I'm sure everything will be revealed in time. But anyway, we can't go into details about that. The time is up. But yeah, so that was my 5-minute reaction to Thin Ice, and that's it for now, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.